Blessings. We are back with another video. A couple quick announcements real quick. If you're interested in a spiritual consultation or reading, I offer various different readings. The different type of readings I offer: Clepothic demonic readings, Santa Muerte readings, Egyptian oracle readings. That's becoming a very requested and popular reading. That's one of the readings I really enjoy doing because I feel like I have a real strong connection when I'm using that particular system of divination. Maybe you're interested in a shadow work reading, which is always, as you know, I always suggest a great place to start when you're looking for a sense of purpose and a sense of direction. Or maybe you're interested in a deity reading to see what gods, goddesses, demons, and spirits walk with you. Again, not to worship them, but to strengthen your connection with those spirits and grow on your path to self-mastery. Or again, maybe, like I said, you're interested just in a spiritual consultation, or maybe you got a bunch of questions about the path or something in particular you want to focus on. Shoot me an email, khnum19@gmail.com, and we will set that up. Include a date. Include the days and the times you are available. Give me your full weekly availability and also the time zone you're in, and we will set something up. And you can just shoot me an email at khnum19@gmail.com. Also, if you want to sign up for classes, go to the Primordial Chaos Patreon page located at patreon.com/Baniti. Join Tier 3. Tier 3 gives you access to the 3 private classes I do every month on Patreon, including the group ritual we do together at the end of the month. Also, keep in mind when you join, it just doesn't give you access from the day you join moving forward. It also gives you access to everything in the archives going back 5 full years worth of classes. It's a lot of content. If you go to the Patreon page, click the collection section, you can see all the ongoing classes with new classes being added regularly. So definitely check that out. You can see the full list. Again, it's patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti, Tier 3. That's the tier you want to join. Also, don't forget to check out the social media pages on Instagram at Primordial Chaos 9, on Facebook, Primordial Chaos 2 words, on YouTube, Primordial Chaos that you're watching here, and also on TikTok, primordialchaos.com 3 on TikTok, primordialchaos.com 3. Okay. Those are the best places to stay abreast of what's going on, what I'm doing, classes, events. Also, mark your calendars, 8th Annual Journey of the Black Adept Conference. That's going down in October 2025. That'll either be in the 3rd or 4th week of October, always around right close to Halloween. Just get yourself prepared if you want to come. Mark your calendars. More information to come on that as we navigate later through the summer. Also, don't forget to check out the Primordial Chaos podcast, available on Spotify and all major podcast platforms. The direct link to the podcast, my contact email address, the social media page, and the direct link to the Primordial Chaos Patreon page to sign up for classes. All of those links are in the description box of this video that you're watching right now. So what I wanted to talk about here, growth is change, right? And in order to get change and get results on your path, it's going to be a quick video because I constantly get emails off and on about people complaining about lack of results on this path. Okay? So again, growth is change and change is growth, right? You could flip it both ways. Well, if you're not cultivating your path by being consistent, by doing regular practices, I can't stress this enough, okay? Don't expect any change or growth. And without change or growth, I'm sorry, there's no results, okay? Because for majority, the people who are complaining that they don't get any results, okay, are the people, when you question them further, you say, well, what is it you're doing? What's going on, Doug? Give me an idea of what you've been doing, what's your body of work, what's your regular routine or your consistent practices, this, that, and the third. And there's really nothing they can tell you. And these are the same people that are baffled why they're not getting any results. There's something when I was a little kid, my father would say to me, like, we were working around the house or I was working, outside in the yard or in the garage, or if there was a tool I had when I was a kid, and I would say, Dad, the tool's not working. And this always resonates with me now on this path. My father would say, is the tool not working, or is it the person holding the tool that's not working? Think about that for a minute. And he was pretty much right all the time. It was the person operating the tool was not operating it correctly. Okay? He's always just say that. Is the tool not really working or functioning, or is it the person that's operating the tool? Now ask yourself, is it that the magic and the rituals aren't working, or is it the person that's carrying out the magic and the rituals is why it's not working? Ask yourself that. Okay, so how you do the check? So real quick, before you voice your displeasure, say, with yourself or to others about not getting results, shit's not working, this, that, and third, here's a checklist that you need to go through before you actually voice that complaint, right? Real simple. Are you doing shadow work? Are you practicing or carrying out what I like to call the 3 pillars or the foundations of the left-hand path? Shadow work, demonic integration work, and ancestral veneration. Do you have that laid out, operating, functioning? Have you connected with your bloodline ancestors? I don't care if it's through necromancy, vampire magic, whatever shape, form, or fashion you feel works for you. Have you made that connection? And if you have, great. If you have not, and there's reasons why, explore that further. And I know there could be reasons why, maybe or maybe not. Or have you activated your personal daemon through your demonic integration work, which is your true and higher self, the real you that you've suppressed for so many years, which really can't be activated until the shadow self is dealt with. And you've mastered all aspects of the shadow or the hidden self, the good and the bad. Because that veil needs to be lifted before the personal daemon, the real you, can emerge, can come from behind the veil that you've been covered all these years from all the psychological traumas, mental and emotional traumas, mass systems of indoctrination, whether it comes to education, spirituality, cultural upbringing, all of those things, people. Okay? So if you have those pillars functioning, working, and flowing, then you should have an awareness of what needs you need to focus on and work on. It's that simple. Because your shadow work should uncover that. Then I can go, okay, this has clearly come up as an issue I need to address about myself, right? And change that weakness into a strength. So what particular spirit, God, goddess, or demon works in this department that I could create a ritual? Because now I have the awareness. I know this is what I'm dealing with. It's clear, it's come up in my work. So now I need to design work to combat that. So now it should be clear and easy. I'm trying to give you, some game here, some good game here, some good advice, some good information. I'm giving you a quick step-by-step tutorial of how you get your shit flowing. So now if you've done those things, you're clear on what direction and who and what you need to be working with, as opposed to being all over the place, confused, nothing's working, nothing's happening. And again, 9 out of 10 times, because you ain't got no body of work, no consistent practices supporting why you should get any results. Okay? And then you'll find, once you've taken those steps and you start carrying out ritual work for those needs that come up clear as day, results start to manifest. And I want to say this, for all those that jump ship, as I like to call it, what do I mean by jump ship? Those who like to skip the foundation work and they want to come on this path because they're disillusioned from shit they read in books, shit they've seen on the internet and YouTube and social media platforms, and they think they're going to be this just powerful sorcerer and magician overnight. They're going to do some sex magic rituals and some love spells and money spells, and oh man, I'm just going to be this big bad dark witch or sorcerer or whatever the fuck. Tend to get themselves fucked up and jammed up, and it never works. Okay? It might work momentarily, and that's part of the illusion. That's part of getting sucked in. Okay, for all those that jump ship and go straight to that and don't put in the foundational work, I can promise you, in the long run, that's going to be more detrimental and damaging to you than it is to be productive. Okay, you can't go to point A to Z. That, all right, let's just be clear. As I've said on this path, you can do whatever you want, right? But if we're talking about, if you're looking for information, advice, and guidance, and if you don't have to agree to it, if you see fit, do your thing. But if you do your thing, embrace what comes with that. The lack of results or the lack of, on both ends, when you get the results and when you don't get the results. I'm telling you from experience, and it's not just my opinion and my perspective. I've learned this from others over the years, and others will tell you. When you have that consistent practice and that foundation, things go to the next level. Now, yeah, you could be all over the place. You could do whatever you want, but you also have to embrace what comes from that. Okay? Remember, it's about making order out of your chaos, not some religious, structural do's and don'ts, and you're going to get punished and ostracized if you don't follow all the rules and regulations. We're not talking about that discipline. We're talking about a personal discipline that you create for yourself, that you customize for yourself, that's specifically designed for your path and your life. That's the difference. See, everybody always talks about chaos and gloom and doom and darkness and devour and destroy and all that shit. Well, remember, we're working with Set this year, baby. And Set makes order out of chaos. After the destruction, after the devouring, after the destroying, what the fuck are you doing to make order out of it? You see, people they lose that fact. And I'm going to keep reiterating throughout the whole year. I love when people, Set's the god of chaos and storms. He's the god of the desert, and he brings destruction and chaos. But why? And I'll have to remind you guys through the whole year, and I'll continue to remind you off and on. Why? Because you're not getting all of the information in order. He doesn't cause it. He brings that chaos and destruction that's naturally lies dormant within you, that you've been avoiding, that you've suppressed, that you ignore, that you pretend is not there, that you act like you don't have a destructive, negative side, that you don't have a chaotic side to your nature and your personality. You pretend like it's not there. And then when that rage and that anger and that destruction comes out of you, you don't know how to deal with it. Oh my God, fucking people are attacking me. Everybody's out to get me. I don't know what's going on. I'm going fucking batshit crazy. What's going on? Why is everything chaotic? You're a fucking bumbling idiot. That's why. Okay? If you're working with Set, that's going to come up. For you guys that are doing the 2025 yearly working with Set, it's already happened. There's some crazy shit. I can already tell you from a couple of people that have reached out that they've experienced in a short period of 3 months. Life-changing shit. I'm talking about turning their life upside down, taking them to parameters they never thought they would test. Okay, this shit is real. So if you don't want to put in the work, you ain't got no consistent practices, you got no foundation, no growth, don't complain and cry about it. Okay, because the answer is simple why you don't. You think all of us who got to where we're at, that have grown and become very successful, do you think this shit happens overnight? No. For me, it took years. Years of practice, hard work, as they say, blood, sweat, and tears. Literally. When I say those 3 words, blood, sweat, and motherfucking tears. Literally. Okay? As well as metaphorically, but definitely literally too. Okay? I told you, the hardest school to master is the school of patience. How many times have you heard me say this? Not just patience with others and everything around you. Patience with yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not a fly-by-night path. It's not just because, I joined the club. I've made a statement. I'm an official black magician. I'm a sorcerer. I'm a witch. I'm a vampire magician. I'm this, I'm that. I'm fucking howdy-doody, whatever. That means absolutely nothing in the greater scheme of things until you establish work. Okay? What, like they say, what's your resume? It's like a Grammy Award-winning artist. If you're a Grammy Award-winning musician, that's because you have a large catalog and a large body of work, yes? Well, how can you be a Emmy Award-winning sorcerer or magician when you ain't got no catalog? You ain't got no work. You ain't putting in the time. those artists that achieved that gold Emmy Award winning status, they put in the work. They got a catalog to back it up. I ask you as a magician that's crying, where's your body of work? Where's your catalog? Or are you an armchair magician sitting on your recliner and your sofa watching magic videos on YouTube? I see you. Come on now. I told you. The day the armchair magician's gone. That's gone. Okay? It's not enough to sit on your couch, watch YouTube videos, and just read some books, light a few candles, and puff the magic dragon, and abracadabra, and all that bullshit. No. It's not what it is. I know it's a hard pill for some to swallow. I know, I get it. But you really ain't got a gripe. You really ain't got a complaint if you ain't putting in no work. It's that simple. I don't know why this is a hard thing to figure out. So now go back and ask yourself, okay? Let's kind of do a quick review before I end this video. Follow that checklist I told you, right? You got your pillars in order. You got your foundation firm. You got your both feet planted deep in the ground. Are you at the center of your axis or your universe? Is everything evolving around you, or are you evolving around everything else? That's when you know chaos is devouring and controlling you. When you're standing firm on your axis, 2 feet planted firmly in the ground, and shit is evolving around you, you're doing your thing. Okay? You're doing your thing. Hands down. Okay? It's that simple. Get them pillars. Get that foundation going. Get that foundation moving. Then, are you going in the right direction with your ritual work? Or are you one of those fucking kooks, one of those nutbag space cadets who, I just read this book. I'm going to do some love spells. I'm going to do sex magic. I'm going to do this sex spell to get some pussy. Or I'm going to do this sex spell to get some dick or whatever. Come on, man. Stop. Is your ritual work designed for your needs first before all your wants and desires? Because I promise you, people, when you get that knowledge yourself and you get your shit going in the right direction and stuff is moving, I guarantee you'll do next to no work for materialistic things. Because those things, those opportunities, and those doors will be there for you to seize. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me. I don't talk about it a lot because I'm not that type of person. I can get on here and gloat when it comes to finances. But the last 3-4 years, I'm in a good place. Look, I'm not saying I ain't got no problems, but I'm going to tell you, if I want to go take a trip somewhere, I want to do something, ain't nothing holding me back. My bills are paid. I got a nice crib. I got cars. I got money. And guess what? I ain't had to do none of that materialistic ritual work that everybody spends all their time and energy doing. Why? Because my focus was on knowledge of self first. My focus was getting my shit in order first, and then focusing on that stuff, which was very little to none. But the problem is people fall, there's an old saying, people fall for sipping the Kool-Aid, as they say. Right? Sipping the Kool-Aid because they want to be this big, powerful, they want all the material wealth, this, that, and the third, and they're just ignoring all the other shit that needs to be worked on. It doesn't work, folks. All right? You get the point. Hopefully this short tutorial, it helped you, it opened your eyes. Okay? Growth is change. Change is growth. Are you cultivating your path? That's going to be the telltale sign, quote unquote, if you're getting results. It's that simple. So take some of the key points that I went over in this tutorial and check yourself on it. Are you doing those things? Be honest with yourself, and then maybe you'll get some clarity on some of the answers, or you'll get clear-cut understanding of why something may or may not be happening. It's that simple, folks. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. Again, if you need to reach out to me for a spiritual reading, a consultation, my contact email address along with the direct links to the social media pages, along with the direct link to the Primordial Chaos Patreon page to sign up for classes. All of those links are in the description box of this video that you're watching right now, and it's in all my YouTube videos. All right? Other than that, I'm out of here. Frontal blessings, and we'll talk soon.